All right, Wrestling fans, it's me, Scotty Dreamer, coming to you from my basement, as always. With me are my co-hosts, John Dubs and Jay Stone. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Going pretty good. How about yourself, good sir?
Fantastic. I love getting a chance to get on here and talk wrestling with you guys a little bit and kind of see what the worlds collide is bringing to the table this week.
All right, man. So I guess we're gonna start off with recaps of each show
we had our first pay-per-view.
Yes, sir.
So we got to go through our point totals on that. The fans do miss one episode, but that's okay. That's going to kind of be the trend. We'll almost always have one that you miss the recap on. But this time we have the pay-per-view, and that's the big one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess...
so what did we have going on?
So I guess we will start with AIW's pay-per-view 1. This is now. Looks like he had an eight-man ladder match for the Cruiserweights title, and Casey Navarro won, which doesn't do him any good. Doesn't do him any good now. He just traded him to Stampede,
so they don't have a Cruiser ex-champion anymore.
So now there's another tournament or whatever David's going to have to do for that. So, all
awesome.
Right. Glad to inform David of that now. I know he'll be watching soon enough. So, let's see. Next up on his list of titles is the AIW Intense title, which Jaden, I can't read that name, Jaden Newman won that title. Let's see. Tag title match, the Wolves won that. Knockouts title, Diana Peraza won that.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the Absolute title, Brian Myers won that.
Oh, good old Brian Myers. He's instructing everyone and got his title.
Went over, beating Prince Devitt.
Right. Now, in that, AIW got 5 out of 12, so he scored a 50 on that.
Okay.
All right. So next, we're going to go into DCCW with their pay-per-view Heat Wave.
Okay.
First match was a steel cage for the national title. Finn Balor was successful in that match. The trios titles were on the line, and the Crew won that. Not sure who the Crew is, but
right.
women's tag titles. Let's see. It looks like Broadway Roses won. They might have retained their titles. Won the titles.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They won the titles, retained, whatever. So
right.
Yeah. Featherweight title was on the line. Miss Dr. Ken won that. So couples titles, the Beautiful People won that. Not sure who the Beautiful People is for that mixed tag.
In that particular association.
Right. Let's see. The U.S. title, Alex Riley won that. The tag titles, the Highlanders won that one. Women's title. Yeah. Let's see. Women's title. It looked like Mickey Knuckles won that. Not sure who that is.
Can't really.
I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah. And then world title, Matt Cardona scored the victory on that. And DCCW got 4 out of 10, scored 40 points. All right. We won't go into...
Yeah, there's going to be quite a few title matches in this because it is the pay-per-view, so it's understandable.
Right. A shit ton of them. All right.
Yeah, we're
So-
skipping GCW, right?
Yeah.
For now. Okay.
All right. So moving on to MLW Pay-per-View Reload. I'm pretty sure Dan the Oak had a pre-show, preload is what he called it. And I think the first 3 matches were on the preload.
Right.
There was a number 1 contenders match, which Big Swole won that. You know, let's see. Then he had a 20-man battle royal for the global cruiserweight title,
Yeah, it looks
and
like Reynolds.
Reginald won that.
Reggie.
Yeah, Reginald won that.
Yeah, it's not a bad cruiserweight champion, I guess.
No.
Could be worse.
I mean-
I've definitely seen worse.
I mean, he was the 24/7 champion, so anything's possible.
Yeah. The real 24/7 championship doesn't quite hold the prestige as the Worlds
Right.
Collide 24/7.
That's true.
Right.
True.
Let's see. So I see there was a KO match between King Mo and
Solo Sequoia.
Yep.
that man. There's been a rivalry for them for a minute now. So
There has been.
So Sequoia finally came out on top on that match. So that was cool. Then there was a Fatal 4-Way International title, which Willie Mack won that.
Willie Mack.
That
Willie
looks like
Mack.
a title change in that one. Normally
yeah.
how I put it, I normally put my champions last. So-
Right. Let's see. Then there was a Vegas strip match, which I believe that was for the tag titles, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say on here, but I remember MLB saying something about it in the group chat
Right.
about them winning the title. So Red Dragons won the titles, which that excites me because that was a team that I had on NXT. So kudos to them. Awesome. Next match, as we all know, Goldust and Tommy Dreamer have been at it for a good while, and Tommy Dreamer finally came out on top and won the body bag match.
Body bag.
Then it looks like there was a ladder match for the women's title, and Callie Young won that.
Former Raw superstar Callie Young. Glad to see she's doing well since she moved on.
Right.
Yep.
And then we had a steel cage match for the MLW heavyweight title, and Tommy N came out on that, and then got destroyed by somebody else. Right after that, couldn't even celebrate. Sucks
That's
for him.
what I heard.
Yeah. Then, and let's see, and MLW got 3 out of 12 on that, got 30 points. Not a good week for Dan the Oak there.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we started. There was a lot of 30s this week, surprisingly.
Right.
At least there was no zeros.
There was no zeros or ones.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. So moving on, we're going to ROH pay-per-view with New Horizons. Yeah, I couldn't fucking read that there for a minute. All right, so we got
That's not new.
Right. So we got a women's tag title, which the Killer Babes defeated the Blondage.
I do love the name Killer Bays. It's a great team name.
Yeah.
Then we had a brawl outside the arena for the hardcore title, which Glacier beat Lars Sullivan for that title, it looks like.
A few people.
Carly, yeah, well, I go with the one he chooses.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Carlito comes out with a win against EC3 for the TV title, which doesn't matter because EC3 is gone to NWA. Okay. So
that's a big trade for NWA.
Oh, yes. Most definitely. Let's see. Then we have a junior weight title ladder match between Billy Kidman and I can't fucking read that.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that says.
Argula,
Agula.
maybe Agula. Yeah, that sounds more
Could
like
be.
it. Which good thing he won because Billy Kidman was just traded to WCW, I believe. So that works out. The Mod Squad won the tag titles against the LWO. Mr. Perfect won the Legends title. Kaylee Ray won the women's title. Kurt Angle successfully defended the Worlds Collide's Legends title against Yokozuna.
And that's his second defense, right?
That's his second defense. Yep.
Okay.
And the Patriot defeated PCO for the world title. ROH got 4 out of 12, plus he gained another 30 points for the World Collide retain. Put him at 70 points.
Now, how's that work? Like, does he get to predict the Worlds Collide match and get the bonus points if he's right, or is there no prediction for that?
There's no prediction for it.
The way he does it the same as he would do any other match. Do the simulation, and then whoever gets the outcome wins the match. So it's just like the way he does all the match cards as is. So
gotcha.
But we are going to move along with Lucha Underground's pay-per-view, Aztec Warfare. Looks like the Black Panther won the Junior Lucha title. The Lucha Brothers won the tag titles against the Bludgeon Brothers. Oh, that's a good defeat right there.
Yeah, it's always like when the Lucha Bros win.
The Wild Stallions won the Trios titles. Jenny McCartney won in an Extreme Rules match for the women's title.
Awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations, Jenny.
I can't. Latino. I can't
Mucho.
Maroon. Maybe. I don't know. But they're the mixed tag title holders, whatever. Yeah. He needs to start writing better. Moving along. We got another team that I cannot read. Latina
Bajas or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but they won the women's tag titles. The Rock won in a barbed wire match for the world title.
Okay.
Fuck The Rock. I'm not a big fan of his.
Clearly.
Right. And then, so I guess there was a 10-woman and a 10-man's Aztec Warfare match, which Nia Jax won one and the Yeti won the other.
Okay.
It was fuck the Rock. Lucha Underground scored 4 out of 10, got 40 points. Moving on to NXT UK Arrivals. We had Terrorizing defeat Rusev for the UK Television's title. Oh, I know it.
Such a good name.
Then we had Reba Knox win the women's IC title. Paul London won the featherweight title.
That's an underrated superstar right there. I like Paul London.
Yeah, I was always a big fan of him.
The fact that he weighed 50 pounds probably didn't help his career much, but
probably not. Let's see. So we got Dory Funk against Andre the Giant for the Legends title. Dory Funk won that. Then we had a hardcore title match between Ahmed Johnson and One Man Gang, and Ahmed Johnson came out on top. Ladder match for the women's tag titles. The Iconics won that match. Tag title match. Mustache Mountain won that. Women's title match. Brittany Force won that. This match, Scotty, I think you'll enjoy this match pretty well. World Collides Cruiserweight World Championship match. Dante Fox from Raw defeated Buddy Murphy from the UK to capture that title. Congratulations.
Bring that gold over to Raw, baby. I'd love it.
Yes, sir.
Got to go after more next time.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll get to that later on. I got some big moves going on. Renee Dupree defeated MVP for the UK title. UK scored a 3 out of 12 with 30 points. Looks like the going rate here.
Yeah.
All right. So next we have SmackDown with the pay-per-view Backlash, and it looks like he had a micro title match, and a midget named T.O. won. T.O.
Little person.
Yeah.
Little person.
Mixed tag titles between the Authority Figures picked up the victory on that. And if you don't know who the Authority Figures is, it's Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville.
Perfect. Okay. Perfect.
They beat Sheamus and Nikki Cross.
That's a good mixed tag team.
Yeah.
That's a good one because I love the crazy Nikki Cross persona a lot more than this garbage. It's going.
Yeah. Let's see. Cruiserweight title.
Idea, so.
Oh, yeah. Cruiserweight title. Dink the Clown defeated Brian Kendricks. Let a midget beat you. All right. Let's see. Hardcore title. Tito Ortiz defeated Marty Jannetty.
Okay. You got the MMA guys winning it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Women's tag titles. Diva Magic. Looks like
Combat Warning, I think.
Warriors versus Combat Warriors. Yeah. Anyway, so Diva Magic won that match. Let's see. Then we had a U.S. title match, which Mag Dog 20 won that, beat Val Venus. Then we had a tag title match, Fatal 5-Way Ladder, and the Ascension won that.
Alicia Fox looks like wins the women's title.
Yeah. And then it looks like Matt Morgan won the WWE title.
That's where Matt Morgan is. I was thinking about Matt Morgan earlier. I go, where's the blueprint at? I haven't seen him at all.
Right. I forgot about him too. Like, where is he? I was like, oh.
Yeah.
SmackDown scored a 3 out of 10 on that with score 30 points. Moving along. We're going to TNA. This is one of my shows.
All right, here we go.
Let's see.
Look at that, over 10 points in the right direction.
Yeah. Actually, AEW was where I got the 1 point at. So.
That's right. That's
so TNA is doing pretty good so far. Let's see. So we had a 7-man Ultimate X match for the X Division title. Kyle Hawk came out on top on that.
Awesome.
We had the Knockouts tag titles, and the New Hex won that, and they are from AEW.
Okay. They invaded.
It's just I had a team from TNA, AEW, and NXT challenge for those titles, and then the X Division tag titles. I did the same with those. So
okay, nice.
But The new
Good job
hex
using
is
all three of them. I like how that's a good benefit of having multiple shows is you can have some cross-brand stuff going on like
right.
that. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I had a ladder match for the X Division tag titles, and Suicide Dragons won that, and they're also from AEW. Go figure that.
Yeah.
Let's see. I had a 5-way elimination match for the Knockouts title, and Kelly picked up the win on that. Then I had let's see, it was a 10-way.
Yeah.
I think it was just a 10-way match for the world title.
Right.
And Damian Demento won that title. Go figure.
Yeah.
And then I had a Elimination Chamber tag title match, and 014K won that match. So, and those are all first-time champions, so they're going to start off the next coming weeks with figuring out some rivals for that.
Perfect.
So,
creating new rivalries is a good way to go, man.
Yes, sir. And I got a 4 out of 12 on that. Not too bad. Not too bad.
No, not bad at all.
Moving along, we're going to go to CZW with Deja Vu. Let's see. Looking for some title matches here.
Looks like
I see one.
6.
Four Corners of Pain for the Wired title. Akira won that.
Is that Tozawa?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm sure David will tell us.
Yeah,
well, I'm sure he will. That's a good point.
Then we had a Medal of Valor title defense, and the Messiah. The Messiah. I love the Messiah. He came out victorious on that, even with just a couple fingers.
Not
Nope,
Tozawa.
not Tozawa. Okay. Okay.
Noted.
I had
Thank
a
you, David.
feeling. I had a feeling it wasn't Tozawa.
Let's see. We had a ladder match for the junior weight title, and Jimmy Jacobs came out on top on that. We had a tag team title match, and Injustice won that match. Women title match, we had Kimberly win that, and then we had Jay White win the world title. Nice.
All right. 3 out of 12. 30 points for CZW.
Seems like the going standards is 30 points here. Moving on. Oh, no. Moving on to the king of the cruiserweights.
That's you, Ford.
With his pay-per-view Slamboree. I don't know if he had any title matches. I see
a mixed title match.
All right,
mixed
so we
tag
have
titles.
Rick Rude and Sable.
It's a good tag team.
Got,
That's a good tag team.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's... Well, he should put
who
Brock Lesnar in there.
That's true.
Point.
Right.
That's a good point, too.
Then we had, looks like a women's tag title match, and Blair Davenport and Liv Morgan won that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it looks like the Kingdom won the tag titles.
Yep.
And then Mike Tyson retained the world title. Oh, man.
Against Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
It's the baddest man alive, man. Mike
right.
Tyson's going to win matches.
Oh, yeah. And King of the Cruiserweights, he got 6 out of 12 with 60 points.
That's not a bad showing. That's one of the better scores that we had this week.
Yeah.
Moving on to AEW.
AEW.
And it's funny because my next pay-per-view is Double or Nothing, and Darren put Double or Nothing
Double
on
or
this
nothing on
pay-per-view.
this one.
So let me correct that and tell everyone that the first pay-per-view is Fyter Fest. So
Okay.
just so, because everything I was writing out was Fyter Fest, Fyter Fest, Fyter Fest. And then I look at this and I'm like, Double or Nothing? No, that's the next pay-per-view, you ass. Let's see. We had a junior world title match that Dimes picked up the victory on that. We had a world title, women's title match, and Gabby Gilbert picked up the win on that.
Little bummed that Taya didn't get the victory there.
Yeah, that's who I was. That's who I was going for, and it just didn't happen.
No.
Just didn't happen. I was super bummed.
Yeah.
That was a loss for Taya that she didn't need.
It's gonna go down on her permanent record.
Oh yeah, it's already down. It's already down, written down. She got a loss. We had a kendo stick on a pole match between Sid Justice and Sylvian Greener, I guess.
Sylvain Grenier.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't say his name.
I've never understood the something on a pole match.
I don't either. I just was trying to pick something out that wasn't like
that you
a
haven't
fucking
done
ladder
all the time.
match.
Yeah,
right.
Because most of my matches are like ladder matches and shit. So
The only thing, like, I don't get it. Like if I was on a pole match and I didn't get it down, I should be disqualified for using it. But that's never how it works.
no.
It's not. It's hardcore rules for whoever takes the thing down. No, it's just whoever gets it down. Now it's just in play. It's
right.
Put it under the ring like everything else.
Then moving.
Sorry, had to go off on a tangent.
Oh yeah, no, understandable. Next match we had the Los Psycho Circus winning the tag titles against the Pinnacle and basically the Butcher and the Blade.
Okay.
So the Los Psycho Circus won that. We had a last man standing match between Christian Cage and D. Bryan, and Christian Cage came out on top. This next match, now let me tell you about this next match. So I just wanted to do a spoof to see if Darren would catch it. So I put some phenomenal fantasy wrestling characters in on this match card, and if you notice, it's the Nasty Bros.
The Nasty Bros. Nice.
So that is me. That is me and the SmackDown GM.
I did not notice that it was the Nasty Bros. I thought it was just not being sex.
No, it's not the Nasty Boys.
No.
Nasty Boys are on ECW. So.
That's right. So that is me and the SmackDown GM. That's our ring names and PFW. So
fantastic.
Nice.
And we were victorious over Chaos Projects, which is Luther and Serpentino.
Serpentico.
So that, or whatever his fucking name is, I can't pronounce. Look, I don't know what the fuck it is. I just know it's a cool
that's how
name.
You run away from people. You just got to Serpentino it.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Well, or whatever his fucking name is. But anyways, I didn't know. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Yeah,
you're good.
Yeah,
it's all good. Then we had a 7-man elimination chamber match for the world title, and Michael Nakazawa won that match.
He probably oiled himself up a little bit.
Probably.
Right. I was pretty disappointed that Kenny Omega or Miro or Abdullah the Butcher didn't win that match. But, it's whatever.
Hey, you got a outstanding new world champion. That's what you got.
Nakazawa, man.
Nakazawa.
He's gonna oil the title lip too.
That's what I was thinking.
David, bring out the baby oil. Love it.
And that was a 4 out of 12 for me and 40 points. Not too bad, I guess. Moving on, we're going to NXT Arrival. We had a North American title match that Sam Gradwell defeated Tyson Tomko. We had a Cruiserweight title match that Flash Morgan Webster defeated Cedric Alexander for that. Cedric was the champion, so.
Okay.
We had the Forgotten Sons win the tag titles, which that's Wesley Blake and who's that other dude? Jackson, not Jackson Ryder, but what was the other guy? I can't remember his name right off the rip.
Isn't it Gunner? Is it Riker?
No. Well, that's the other. That's Jackson Riker. I'm trying to think. There was another guy in that group.
Yeah, I can't think of what the other guy's name was. I've forgotten that son.
It's pretty bad. It's my tag team, and I don't fucking know.
He's been forgotten.
He has.
He's a forgotten son. It's a forgotten son. Oh,
that's the ultimate dad joke. I'm just so proud of us all for coming up with it.
It's wonderful. Made me lose my spot on here.
I think you're at match 10 there, the world title.
Let's see. We did the Cruiserweight title, tag title. Yep. Women's U.S. title.
Women's U.S.
So
okay.
Piper
Nevin.
Nevin. She won the U.S. title. And then Jinder Mahal defeated Hot Grizzle.
Finally losing the NXT title.
This
Congratulations, Jinder. We're all happy for you.
Lost it back to Jinder Mahal. At least he lost it to the person he won it from. So that's good retribution for Jinder Mahal. So
took David a minute. He had to Google it. We got Steve Cutler.
Steve Cutler.
That's it.
Yeah.
It was Steve Macklin's WWE character.
Right. Moving on, and then I think I got 4 out of 12 on that one too.
Yes,
sir.
Moving on to ECW. Good sir, you want to take over on this one, John?
Yes, I did. Okay, so we had a ladder match for the tag titles, and that went to the Nasty Boys.
Not the Nasty Bros. The Nasty Boys.
Nasty Boys.
Oh, we had a Flaming Tables match for the TV title, and Rhino takes it from Sandman.
Nice.
And we had a no DQ 60-minute Iron Woman match for the women's title, and Brittany Knight defends against Elena Black.
Nice.
Good one.
And we had a barbed wire scaffold match for the junior weight title, which is Kota Ibushi versus Darby Allin, and Darby Allin takes the title.
Nice. Good win for Darby Allin.
Yeah, it is.
We have the main event, which is an exploding barbed wire Hell in a Cell match for the world title, which is Ken Anderson versus Willow the Wisp, and Willow takes it.
Nice.
That's a good mixture of a lot of different.
Yeah, like
right.
every single match on this card was a gimmick type match.
Right.
Like, even my first match, which was the Gangstas versus the Public Enemy in a Landmine Deathmatch.
That would have been interesting to really see that match go down though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As I was reading yours, I go, damn, a landmine match.
I mean, I've came up with
Crazy.
some crazy ass matches, but I don't think I've came up with a landmine death
Mhm.
match. So
I
I might have to steal
actually-
that one from you.
I actually stole that from a video game, Fire Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
There was also an exploding cage match. With
I saw that too.
Stardust and Seven.
I like
That's
the
cool.
tables, ladders, and tacks. I like
Yeah.
that one.
Tables, ladders, and
Yeah.
tacks.
Very
And that was-
authentic.
Yeah, and that was the Axel Rotten and Boss Mahoney rivalry. So, and looks like Axel Rotten won it overall. So, I'll
Okay.
probably reward him with a world title match.
There you go.
There you go.
And
Good to reward your subjects.
yeah,
Right.
and I got 5L12, so I got 50 points.
Nice. All right. I guess we're moving on to OVW's pay-per-view, Worst Behavior, with looks like a chairman's office brawl for the hardcore title, and Dick Valentino was victorious on that. We had a women's U.S. title match, and Amber Moon came out on top on that.
Mm-hmm.
Light heavyweight title, Kirkpatrick was came out on top on that.
I think that's another former Raw guy that I don't think I used
believe
once.
so. I don't think so too.
I don't think I don't since I had no idea who the hell it was. I was like, well, I'm not going to use this guy.
Right. And we have a tag titles match, and the Hatchermen won that.
Modern Mania representing.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. LMB beat the Water Boy. No surprise there.
So Darian beat the Water Boy. Darian beat Adam Sandler.
All right.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, so we had a women's tag title match, and Southern Bells came out on with the win on that one.
Okay.
We had a hotel lobby brawl for the hardcore title. I like the way he put the hardcore title in there twice. That's pretty neat. JD Thunder defeated Dick Valentino later on in the night. Man, that sucks. Win the title and lose it in the same night.
Man.
Ugh, rough.
Yeah.
Then we have OVW. What's that? A Rush title?
Yeah.
Looks like Rush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stevie D came out on with the win on that. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Saray. Okay.
Looks like.
Yeah, I can't see that shit. Won the women's title, and then Convict won the world title.
Now, this was a big show. OVW with the best performance of the week just by predictions, 80 points, 8 out of 12. Great showing by OVW.
Yes.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And that's I don't think it was like by far. He didn't exactly run away with it, but that is the most points that anybody got just by predictions.
Right.
So that's always good.
You know how the chairman is. Always got to be in the lead with something.
That's somehow, some way.
All right, moving on to WCW's sold out pay-per-view. Bambino versus, we won't go into that one. That's not a title match, but Bandito came out with a win on that. Dalton Castle came out with a win for the TV title. So a midget beat Micro Tiger, beat a Super Liger. That's depressing.
And, David wants to remind us that this is actually uncensored, not sold out. Uncensored.
See, so Mr. Chairman needs to get his pay-per-view shit straight. So
Yes, he does. Get your shit together.
Let's see. Then we had a cruiserweight title match, and the Z-Man came out on top. We had a match between Karrion Kross and Shinsuke Nakamura, and Shinsuke beat the shit out of Karrion. No surprise there. I'm not a big fan of Karrion Kross. I like Killer Kross. I don't like Karrion Kross. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think they use Karrion Kross well in NXT or fucking Raw for that matter. So
they definitely didn't use him right on Raw.
Yeah,
Looked like a damn gimp.
No offense to Jeff Hardy.
Really
I
bad.
mean, you know, it's I wouldn't mind losing to Jeff Hardy, but you know, still the circumstances are the circumstances.
Normally,
so.
not your first match on, like, if you're gonna make a big push for somebody and try to do something like that, you don't have them come out and lose their first match.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Odd booking.
So the next match we had Nick Aldis win the U.S. title. Then we had the Rock and Roll Express win the tag titles.
I think it's just a tag match, actually.
Oh, is it a tag match? Okay. Okay, I see the tag titles. Oh, okay. So Harlem Heat won the tag titles.
Right.
Sorry about that. Then it looks like Paige won the women's title, and Sting won the world title. I see that David had Lex Luger in there twice.
That's a. Oh, did he have Lex in there twice?
Yeah,
he
did.
did.
Bull rope match.
In the bull rope match.
So
and Lex did not have a good night.
Not a good night.
No, he did not. He lost twice in one night.
What a great main event, though. What an elimination chamber that is. Sting, Goldberg, Lex Luger, Macho Man.
Great Muda.
The Great Muda, and then DDP.
You know,
wow.
all that would have never happened if I didn't trade him those people.
And most impressive, that's one of the matches he got right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you get a multi-person match correct, you did something well.
You know, last season when I had WCW, I couldn't even get Sting to win a match at all. So that makes me happy to see Sting doing a lot better in WCW now. So
yeah,
hoorah for him. You know, and Mr. David got 4 out of 12 on that with 40 points. We'll come back to yours in a minute, good sir.
Yep.
Next we'll do Stampede Wrestling with their show Dynasty, and to let everybody know, I was the anonymous GM for this pay-per-view.
Cool.
So I did these matches, and so the first 3 matches, winners advanced into a junior title match. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's see. We'll go to the women's title match, and Ebony won that, or Ebony, or
Ebony.
Ebony is how you. I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
We had Captain Insano beat Butterbean. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
shows no mercy.
Powerbomb. Compliment
Captain Insano. Oh, smells like you could use a shower, Stinky. Oh, that's funny. Then we had a first blood match for the hardcore title, and Tugboat came out on top on that. Which big Stevie Cool went running to David's promotion after that. So, big win for David on that one, and big win for Stampede as well. So, so we had the Junior World title match, and Christian York came out on top. defeating Ricky Starks and Nikki Lee Six. Then we had a tornado tables match between Mundo Wrestling and the main event, and main event came out on top. And then we had a ladder match for the world title, and Rockabilly became the world champion there. 5 out of 10, 50 points for Stampede.
Good
Not too
job
bad, though. Not too
Not too
bad.
bad. I mean, it's
No.
not really not a as a guest promotion. That's pretty good showing, man. That's not too bad at all.
Mhm.
Right.
All
Let's
right.
see.
So now we go back and we let's go over GCW a little bit.
Okay, where is? Oops.
Yeah.
Because we're going to do things a little bit different for the rest of the show. Normally, we would be having our guests on now and asking our Q&A, but since it's going to be the hosts are the guests tonight, we're just going to kind of talk about John's show and then my show, and then we'll go into Jay Stone's next show instead of doing the recaps for his, and then we'll do our predictions at that point.
Right. Okay, so we had GCW first pay-per-view, The Art of War. So match one, we had a TLC match for the tag titles. It's Top Flight versus War Machine. And just to allude to the name, War Machine wins.
Yep.
Nice.
I
Nice.
like Top Flight. That's a team I think's got a lot of a bright future in the industry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
most
I'm
definitely.
excited to see how
Definitely.
they come.
Okay. So, and we had a ladder match for the Ultra Violent title. And Hardcore Holly took that one.
Nice.
Okay.
And we had another ladder match for the junior weight title, and Atticus Cougar takes the junior weight title.
Okay.
And we had a pit match for the women's title, and Jenny takes the women's title.
Okay.
And we had a barbed wire death match, and this was a triple threat. And this was also for the world title. And Marcus Corvin takes the world title for GCW.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Got
Oh.
4 out of 12, and that's 40 points for GCW.
Now, how'd this do storyline for you?
All right.
That's what I've been waiting on.
I mean, that's the big
Storyline.
thing, man. That's why we're talking about our shows last,
Right.
Because I want to
Okay,
see what
so-
this did for your for the future of GCW.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back to my match 8, which was a Taipei death match. Malachi
Okay.
Black and BG James. So Malachi Black won that match. And I'm going to be doing a faction with Malachi Black. And Crimson came.
And Crimson.
Yeah, Crimson came to this and interfered, helping Malachi Black win.
Awesome.
So,
Nice.
and they're going to
House of Black and Red.
Right. House of Black and Red. And Crimson did win a match against LA Knight, or lose a match to LA Knight later on, or earlier on in the night. I'm trying to think of what I want to do with that, because I want LA Knight to run the other group.
Okay.
So I'm still thinking on that one. But as
Yeah,
for...
you can do a lot with LA Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've already planned on what exactly I want to do, like with his promos. Like, I'm going to keep him LA Knight. But he's going to be like Eli Drake when he was in TNA.
Awesome.
I like that.
And with the main event, I'm going with Bad Luck Fale. Kind of screwed Paul White out of winning the match.
Okay.
So that's going to be a rivalry there. Bad Luck Fale and Paul White.
That'll make for something interesting going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little bummed Zima Ion didn't take your junior weight title.
Yeah. So we'll say, trying to look. We'll say he had a little animosity with Excalibur.
That could make for something good. I like that.
Yeah.
But that's about all I got right now.
Okay. Tessa Blanchard won the last woman standing match. Was that part of anything going on with her and Priscilla Kelly?
Yes, they are currently in a rivalry, and the person who wins overall will get a title match in the future.
Okay. So that'll be continuing after the last woman standing.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is crazy, because originally when I had Priscilla Kelly on ECW, I could not get her to lose no matter what. Like, she was always my women's champion until the very end. And now she's losing. So
okay.
New season.
Crazy how it works.
Can't hold anything back.
Wow, Dan. You think of that all by yourself?
I didn't see the oak in here.
Oak. Damn, I gotcha. Took me a second. It's late.
I feel that. Well, do you want to go over your roster next?
Yeah, we could do that. So I had been building up quite a bit leading into the pay-per-view. And obviously it shifts around a little bit here and there based on who wins what match. Like, I was not anticipating having a strap match between Lance Archer and Damon Lee. that was completely changed by Damon Lee winning his week 4 match. So that completely threw that threw my original plans into the blender. So I had to kind of change it up quite a bit.
Right.
Title match wise, I had a fatal 4-way mixed tag match. Ali Rex and Nick Dinsmore ended up winning that. The Barba Grande finally gets his title. He gets a hardcore title match. It's the first gold going to La Barba Shop after he knocked off the defending champion Frantic Frank. Women's title, Taryn Terrell beat Ariel Monroe, which is Big Swole. If you don't know, I was hoping Swole would hold on to that, but Taryn Terrell's always a good person to have as your champion. I don't have any real complaints there. And since I didn't have much of a storyline going for the women at this point, it didn't hurt anything.
Right.
I just cannot get the Blue Blazer over to save my life. So Elijah Burke was able to retain his 24/7 title.
Yeah.
The Shadow Queens beat the Jawbreakers. The Jawbreakers are from Modern Mania. Shadow Queens is a team that I had created of Black Lotus and the Princess of Darkness. Trying to have some fun with that one. We'll come back to that in a second here, because that's where I had a little bit of my storyline come into play with that particular match. Let's see here. Super heavyweight title. The Sultan was the first ever super heavyweight champion of Raw, and Tyrus won a triple threat match to get that ginormous belt away from him. Then we had the Intercontinental title was on a ladder match, and John Cena beat Muhammad Hassan.
It's Muhammad Hassan.
Muhammad Hassan. He didn't have Davari with him, so
no.
I got Davari.
And then yeah. And then Leviathan finally got back his Universal title from Big Bartholomew, and then all hell broke loose. So there's a lot of my matches had some storyline that didn't necessarily have to do with titles. So we can go over those. I ended up getting 7 out of 12. Plus, I got 30 bonus points for winning the World Collide match. So I ended up with 100 points for this.
Most points out of everybody.
For Vengeance. And I just noticed he had me marked down as Bad Blood, and it was supposed to be Vengeance. So just noted that one.
Damn it.
Can't get nothing right.
So, just as storyline went, I didn't have anything, like I said, that really got thrown off that I was planning based on assuming anybody was going to win anything. I've come to notice pretty quickly that I can't plan on somebody winning anything because that's going to guarantee throw it all off. So I did have a few matches that were interesting. I liked the mirror match.
Yeah, I like that.
That was between the Voodoo Practitioners and the Overnights. So it was basically the New Day versus the New Day from different worlds. And since they were the Voodoo Practitioners, I was like, they got to be a little bit crazy. Maybe they're thinking it's their mirror images. Maybe it's maybe they want to try to send them back to Wonderland kind of storyline, and the only way to do that is to send them through the looking glass. So throwing them through the mirror seemed like the best option for me, and that actually worked out in my favor because I wanted the Overnights to win, and they did. So
sending them right back to their universe.
Damn right. So that was a lot of fun. That was a fun one to come up with. Let's see here. Oh, I'm starting a couple factions. I mean, obviously we have the insiders who are working with the GM, and that's kind of headed up by Lance Archer and Eli Drake are the two main guys that are doing any of the talking. And then I have La Barbershop, of course, and I'm starting something with Mil Mascaras that we'll get into in a moment here. But I just saw that was the next up on my list as I'm looking down my sheet here. I talked about the women's tag match, and I did follow that match up with a bit of a surprise by having Roxy Laveau come down to ringside, and I had her embrace Black Lotus like they were best friends, and then immediately turn on her by spitting mist in her face. So she has joined the Jawbreakers as part of a new women's trios team. So that'll be a lot of fun to have moving forward. Let's see here. Katrina is now part of La Barbershop. I don't know if she's necessarily taken Crazy Steve's place, but she is now working with Laurel. She's with Laurel Van Ness, and they are Icy Hot Mess, playing off Katrina's winter persona.
Okay.
Couldn't get the job done, but who knows what I'll decide to do with the Nikki Bella, Ashley Massaro, and Icy Hot Mess rivalry that's going on there.
All right.
And then after the Universal Championship match, Mil Mascaras and his new faction, who I'm going to be calling Los Aztecas, came out to the ring and started to go crazy on both of them. And it's pretty much my version of the LWO, and I couldn't think of a real great name, so I decided to go with the Los Aztecas. And so far, we know that H2H from Modern Mania Wrestling are with him. Volador Jr. and Eclipse Jr. And then Carta Brava Jr. comes in at the end and becomes a reluctant part of that to move forward. So I'm going to have some interesting ideas here for my masked competitors moving forward. I'm looking forward to building some good rivalries, and I'm planning a hero kind of coming to save the day. I'm not ready to reveal who that's going to be just yet. I've had a couple guesses. Nobody's been right yet, but we'll see how that plays out. If you have a guess who's going to stop Mil Mascaras, email us at What is it? We should actually give that email now that I think about it. WCFWpodcast@gmail.com. Initials are hard.
Hard to remember that. Those
Yeah.
4 letters.
Right.
But that's kind of what I've got going on. Looking forward to working with some of those. The factions are going to be a lot of fun to kind of play around with and see what I
Yeah.
can do with. I've got to at some point make a babyface faction, but that's the hardest thing to do. It's easy to make a heel faction.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I have no idea if any of those guys are heels.
I don't know.
It's your
They
show.
are now.
Right. They can be whoever you want them to be, sir.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
it's your show. You know, they don't have
Right.
to align with what
Yeah.
they are in real life. Just
And now knowing who your 24/7 champion is, you said it was Elijah Burke, right?
Elijah Burke was able to hold on to it.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Baron Corbin from NXT wants to come get that title off you.
As long as it's not Happy Corbin, that
No.
ass-
No, ain't no happy Corbin.
this is the real Corbin, man. This
the
is
lone wolf. There
The
we go.
lone wolf.
That's a good one.
Yes.
If it was
Only
Happy
way to
Corbin, I was
be.
going to say you better send a Bad Bunny instead of that sumbitch.
I might as well send what is it, Mad Hat Moss? Madcap Moss.
Madcap
Yeah.
Moss.
I got him too.
All right,
fun.
we could do something like that.
Oh
Put
my
that on
gosh.
week 5.
There you go.
So far, 24/7. That's like the only title that I can get somebody to keep more than one defense.
I mean,
Right.
well, I tried to go. Logan Paul tried to go for it, and he got crushed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not willing to take a dive for him like some people in boxing. Or was that the other Paul brother?
No, that was
I don't know.
that was Logan, I think.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure.
So, no, that's cool. Yeah, I could absolutely send that out there. I got to start writing the show. I've got it penciled in for a 24/7 match. I just haven't decided. I didn't even have Elijah Burke penciled in yet. I didn't know who it would be.
There we have it. It's
Was there
official.
anything else from mine that I wanted to hit on? Still not sure how I feel about the interaction I have going on between Michael Cole and Jon Stewart at the beginning. Trying to make that work. It just hasn't. I haven't felt 100% certain on it yet. That's about all I got from the show.
You got Jon Stewart who can always fuck Cena out of that title.
It's like he did before.
I've got some plans for Mr. Stewart.
You got Dry Rub Doug over there.
Yes, sir. There's a lot of good stuff that's coming up with some of these guys.
That's great. That's great stuff. Dry Rub Doug. That's probably the greatest thing Seth Rollins ever created.
Right. Well, old Dry Rub, let's take a look here. He's not doing great. He's at a 33% winning percentage in singles matches. He's doing a little bit better as a tag team.
He needs to stick with Frantic Frank then.
That's right. That's kind of where he's been making his living right now.
You got to mooch off of somebody somehow. Oh, that's good shit. Good shit. Anything else we need to hit on, or
nothing for my show? John, anything from yours?
No.
Yeah, Last thing, like I said, if you have any predictions on who's going to be the hero to save the day from the evil Los Aztecas, La Barbershop, or the Insiders, let us know at wcfwpodcast@gmail.com. Otherwise, stay tuned. There's a lot more to come.
See, I'd have to go with La Barbershop on that one.
See, I'm torn. I don't really want them to be the faces, but I want them to have a rivalry with the Insiders. So they're
Right.
probably going to have something going on with the GM more because they both want the titles. Los Aztecas, they're just trying to get on the show. Like Carter
Right.
Brava, I set it up where Carter Brava was, well, I didn't set that up, but he won the Royal Rumble, so he main evented WrestleMania. And
Right.
then we haven't seen him since. So it's kind of like all these Latin superstars are getting disrespected, not even getting on shows, not even getting in the card,
Right.
not winning matches when they're booked. So I had to try to come up with something. And that's where Mil Mascaras comes in, and he's trying to start shit up.
There you go.
It's just happened to work out in my favor that they've all been losing the matches that I have put them in. So it worked out well.
Works out with the creative storylines.
That's right. So what do you got coming up for us, though, Jay?
All right, so the way that I do, as y'all know, y'all see the way I do my weeks for my shows now. So I'm gonna start with AEW Dark, which I do. The way that I set this up is that's like my taped show before Dynamite. So what I have going on, I got 3 matches for that. The first match is going to be Dragon Aztec Jr. versus, I want to say his name's Hayabusa. Or
Hayabusa?
Hayabusa. So whoever what's y'all's predictions on that one?
Hayabusa.
I gotta go with Azteca, man.
I went with Azteca as well, actually.
Okay.
Just because, yeah, I'm a big luchador style fan, so.
He was my Intercontinental Champion until the draft, so I gotta go with him in that one.
Right.
But now that you said it, maybe I should join John. I'm not sure. I don't know who.
Hayabusa might win it.
No, I'm gonna stick. I'll go with the Dragon on that one.
All right. So the second match is a rematch from Fyter Fest. It was a trios match. It's a Tornado Trios Tag Team Tables match, and it's by Hellbound Society versus the Inner Circle. Hellbound Society is a group that I made up of Killer Clown, Pagano, and Chessman. And then Inner Circle, obviously, I didn't have Jake Hager, so I used Jack Swagger instead. So same guy, just different names.
Different names.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a rematch, and Hellbound Society versus the Inner Circle. What you guys got?
Inner Circle.
I'm gonna go with the Inner Circle on that one.
I went with the Inner Circle as well.
I do like Hellbound Society as a name. That's a good name.
It's a good name, yeah.
So at the pay-per-view, Hellbound Society won. So Chris Jericho, being his mouthy self, was pissed and wanted the rematch, and so we'll see what happens. But I have the Inner Circle winning for that match.
Okay.
Then the main event for that card is Jay Lethal versus Kevin Steen.
Jay Lethal.
I'm going with Kevin.
I went with Kevin Steen as well. Huh.
All right. Yeah.
He's gonna kill him.
Gotta kill. So I only do 3 matches with that. So as we go on, we're into Dynamite. And so the way that I'm doing Dynamite, and we have some men's qualification matches, and the winners of those advance to a casino ladder match at Double or Nothing for basically it's like a Money in the Bank ladder match, basically.
Right.
And basically pretty much all these matches for Dynamite are going to be qualification matches from women's, men's, and the tag team. And then I have a few matches I got 2 matches big matches that you'll find out later on. So we'll start with match 4, which would be match 1 in Dynamite. But it's men's qualifying match, and it's Abdullah the Butcher versus Cain Velasquez.
Ooh. I'm just go with the Butcher.
I'm still a little bitter at Abdullah the Butcher, so I'm going to go with Cain Velasquez.
I went with Cain Velasquez as well, only because of his MMA background and UFC and all that shit. So Abdullah's got weight on him though. So
True.
We'll see if Abdullah the Butcher can manage to squeeze one out. No pun intended.
Right.
All right, so the next match is a tag team qualification match. The winner of that match goes on to a tag team ladder match at Double or Nothing. This is basically like a Money in the Bank qualifying match. And it's RK Bros versus the Briscoes. It's pretty silent there. Silent there.
Man. I mean, I know this is going to ruffle some feathers in the group, but I got to go RK Bros. They're goofy as hell, but man, what a perfect combination to actually bring out a little bit of a lighter side from Randy Orton over the last several months.
Randy!
RK Bro.
Yeah.
John, what you got?
Going RK Bro.
I went with the Briscoes.
I mean, mentally, that's the right choice.
Yeah.
As a team, I mean, one-on-one, you can never go wrong with Randy Orton, but as a team, the Briscoes is probably the wise choice. But I have a feeling it's going to screw your storyline.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really, it's okay because what I'm going to do is
smoke weed with Matt Riddle.
You know it. Hey, and MSK, okay? And MSK.
Marijuana smoking kids.
That's funny. So the next match is a women's qualification match, and the winner goes into the Money in the Bank match. And it is Bunny Bombshell, which is from the TV show Hills.
Okay.
Versus Taya Valkyrie.
Gotta go with Taya.
I want to say Taya, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Taya.
I went with Taya too.
Yeah.
So before I did the next match, I did a trade with David and acquired Ruby Soho and Jamie Hayter.
Okay.
Well, I ended up having to shift around some people to get them on get those two on AEW. So the match that I was gonna have, I ended up switching it out. And so what I did is I'm just gonna read the little skit that I have for it before the match. But this is gonna be another women's qualification match. So basically what happens is before the match, we see Rebel and Jamie Hayter beating down Amy Lee, which was supposed to be in this match. And they beat her down backstage in the backstage area and tell her to pack her bag. She's going to TNA. As Jamie Hayter and Rebel make their way out to the ring. And so it's going to be Jamie Hayter with Rebel versus Billy Stark. And the winner advances to the ladder match.
Okay.
I go with Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jamie.
I actually went with Billy Starks.
Okay.
Just because you know the way Jamie's coming in, I'm gonna make this into a feud down the line. Is what I'm.
Nice.
That's probably what I'm gonna get at with them. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
Okay.
After the match, we go backstage. Well, after the match, I'm just gonna read this all. Well, not all of it, but I'll just read a little bit. After the match, we go backstage where Queen Charmel is with OVW's Barron County's Most Wanted, Convict, and LMB. Queen Charmel thanks them for being here and for this. So the last match, you'll figure it out with the last match why they were supposed to be here, but I switched things up a little bit. And Scotty, you'll see this in just a minute how this goes down.
Okay.
So before I get into the next match, so Convict and LMB are backstage talking with Charmel. They think that they're too good to be in the main event match with the rest of the GMs that are going to be in there. They think they're better than the rest of the GMs. And so they bitch about it, moan and complain about it, whatever. And all of a sudden, the Night Wolves overhear what they're saying. So they go backstage and start talking a little, trash to them. So after they go back and forth, it looks like I have the Night Wolves challenging Barron County's Most Wanted for a match anytime, any stipulation, any place. So,
Awesome.
So Convict tells them, all right, you got your match. Meet us at OVW Arena for a Tornado Tag hardcore match. So just so you know, Mr. Scotty, you are going to have the Night Wolves taking on Barron County's Most Wanted and OVW.
Awesome.
This week.
Love it.
I talked
Now,
to
the
Darren
Night
about it.
Wolves,
Is Max Moon and Lobel or
yep,
Lobo?
and Lobo.
Yeah, Lobo.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a good tag team of people that I wasn't using a lot, and I was able to. I was like Lobo, Wolf, Max Moon. So I came up the Night Wolves, threw them together, and found a way to try to get them on more shows. And it's been
Right.
I've been enjoying using them. That's for sure.
Right.
So I'm glad that they get a chance.
So during this dispute, the Night Wolves accept the challenge, but before after they accept, Convict yells out backstage brawl, and Convict and LMB start attacking Max Moon and Lobel. AEW officials make this match an official match as it is started backstage, and we have the Barron County's Most Wanted, Convict and LMB versus the Nightwolves in a tornado tag backstage brawl TK only match.
Awesome. Well, you know who I'm taking. I'm going the Nightwolves
Obviously.
on that one.
So I got that match right. So you're gonna have a secondary match with them at the OVW
Okay.
week 5. So
They're busy men.
Busy men. John, who do you have? Who you taking on that?
I'm going Barron County's Most Wanted. Sorry, Scotty.
I went with the Nightwolves.
Okay.
All right.
Just because I wanted to be an asshole to Darren. But I also like the Nightwolf name, and I think it seems like it'd be a cool faction, or it's cool, tag team, and so that's who I went with that one.
Awesome.
Moving right along, we're going with men's qualification match. The winner of this match will go on to Double or Nothing, and it's Kenny Omega versus Miro.
Ooh. That's a match I'd actually really like to see.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a great match.
That would be a wonderful match. Yeah, they'd have to. It at least have to be an hour-long match. Get that 60-minute time limit.
60-minute time limit. Yeah.
Oh
man.
What do you think, Dubs?
I'm gonna have to go Omega.
I was leaning for somebody that's north of North Carolina, but I'm gonna go with Miro on this one.
I went with Omega.
Okay.
Just because it's Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I was torn. I was just waiting to see whoever John said. I was gonna go the opposite on that one. Just
right.
Yeah.
All right.
He was on ECW on season 1. So.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good point by David. In order to actually see this match, Miro would have to actually be on TV one of these weeks.
That's true.
Not wrong there. True. So in our main event match, so the way that I did this match is a elimination tag match, and it is the Dark Order versus what I call the GM Alliance, which I scattered from who is it? I guess it'd be GCW, NWA, IW, or AIW, and believe I want to say MLW. Okay. I put all of them in a match between the Dark Order. So before I get down to this match, so throughout the weeks, starting the challenge for the World Collide title, the Dark Order has been in search for a new leader.
Oh,
so, okay. So because I only had 7 of the Dark Order members, and I had 8 people for the GM side, so I had to, I was like, well, they need a leader, someone that is not Colt Cabana. So I went with so they've been searching from NXT to TNA, and then they found their leader with Abyss.
Ooh,
good one.
Well done.
So the Dark Order, which is made up of Alex Reynolds. Is that how you say his name?
Alex Reynolds.
Reynolds. Okay, I didn't know how you said his fucking name. Alex Reynolds, John Silver, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, 5 and 10, Stu Grayson and Abyss, and they are taking on Top Flight, God, the OGK, and Team 3D. And they are taking on them as a one group.
Okay.
So it's the Dark Order versus the GM Alliance.
I'll go Dark Order.
That's what I was gonna say too. This the perfect storyline here is like the teams for the GM Alliance cannot get together at all.
Right.
Right.
It's the ultimate idea.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of because what I want to do with everybody is kind of throughout the weeks get all of us who are in the Worlds Collide match
Yeah.
somewhere along doing little rivalries with each team throughout
Right.
the weeks coming into the chamber match at Double or Nothing. So that's what I came with on that, and I picked Dark Order as well to win, just because it's the fucking Dark Order and that's my team. So, but that was the main event, and
Awesome.
we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah. Hopefully they win.
Hopefully,
'cause
yeah. That'll
that would
really
be-
advance the storyline if they
Yeah.
do. It doesn't put a damper on it, but
No, but it would make more sense.
right.
Like
Right.
all these
And
teams
honestly,
can't get together. They're not a well-oiled
Right.
unit.
Right.
And my thought with the Dark Order is, finding a leader that's not Brody Lee is hard to come by.
It is.
And
This is a
the
good
only
one.
one I thought darker than Brody Lee could be was Abyss.
Yeah. No, Abyss would be a good one. It's interesting to see him in a leadership role, because it seems like he was always in a follower role
Right.
That's true.
throughout.
True.
So to see, but at the same time, Brody Lee was kind of in that follower role his entire
was the
time
same,
with
yeah.
WWE.
Yeah,
Right.
he was
Except for
Harper.
when it was the Bludgeon Brothers.
Right.
That was then
And that
he was.
Well,
Yeah.
you saw how long the Bludgeon Brothers stayed
that
the
was-
Bludgeon Brothers.
That was a wasted opportunity, because that was an incredible gimmick as a tag team.
Oh,
When
yeah.
they came out with those sledgehammers
Mhm.
or
Oh, yeah.
whatever the hell.
And their
those were.
music, dude, their music was so badass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, chicka, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
chicka,
It
dun.
was
Oh.
such a wasted
dun.
opportunity.
Yeah.
That's what always makes me worry whenever they put two big guys together. You have a sense that they're gonna blow that because the big guys just never seem to get over in WWE like they should.
Right.
Yeah, probably should have made an offer for Brody
Yep.
Lee, but
That's
I'm
all
kinda
right.
glad this actually I like. I like this
Yeah.
is a good twist on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I would have went for Brody Lee. But I'm not. There's no chance David would actually fucking give up Brody Lee, and I'm not willing to give up any big names. So,
Yeah.
so I'm okay with Abyss being the leader of the Dark Order.
Right. Now, since today was our one trade for the pay-per-view, we get one trade after every pay-per-view. Did you guys have anything that you worked on today?
I traded Trish Stratus for Ruby Soho and Jamie Hayter.
Right. That was Trish
That's
Stratus
it.
that you sent.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a pretty good trade.
Yeah, I thought so. I don't really have anything going. I didn't have anything really going for Trish Stratus, so it works out.
Right.
Yeah. And I ended up trading Swerve. Didn't really have anything going for him either. So, but
yeah, and I ended up, because I ended up getting Swerve off of John
Yeah, Mr. Ford.
for Shane Strickland, who is the same person.
Yeah,
And the only reason I did that, and the only reason I did that is because I had the rest of Hit Row, and Shane Strickland is, even though it's the same person as Isaiah Scott, it just
Right.
didn't fit the mold.
right.
I needed Isaiah.
Yeah, I just didn't have anything that I was wanting to bring in so bad that I was going to give up on somebody this early. I didn't have I haven't even used all my new people yet, so I wasn't ready to trade anybody away. So that's why I didn't even make any offers this time around, and nobody offered anything threw anything my way. So I don't think anybody had any great designs on any characters I currently have in play.
Right.
So, well, it worked out good. I probably wouldn't have accepted any offers that came my way this time around, anyways, unless it was something that really knocked my pants off.
Right.
Well, anything else going on this week?
Not that I am aware of.
No.
Got to start working on our shows, John. We already have Jay's finished this one already. He's got a couple more to work on.
Yep.
So we got a little bit of work to do. We'll try to be back again next week. You do a little bit better job. Who knows? We'll have try to get on a little earlier than we did this week. That's my bad. I had some other family commitments going on.
Oh, normally it's my fault. So.
Yeah, it wasn't this time.
Still took me a minute.
John is. Yeah. We know that John is blameless in this situation.
All right.
So, who knows who we'll have on
He's the ECW champ.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll be back to you next time. No. Let us know if you have any comments. You want to see who's in the game, want to check out our rosters or anything like that, give us an email at wcfwpodcast@gmail.com. Shoot us a message in the YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook. Other than that, I got nothing else, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Boys, have a great night.
You too.
Still going. Not yet. There, when